Heidi, hi, Mummas! Are you ready for the fiery session of the day?
Hello, bent out Mummas! Happy Friday!
Hello!
Heidi, hi!
Heidi, hi, campers!
We hope you've had a good week. So today we have got loads to speak about, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, going to be a really good one. We're going to be talking about energy today. And not the energy in like running energy, which it is a big part of as well, but we're going to talk about our energy as people.
Our auras.
Our auras.
Sorry, can I just...
What?
With this here, I feel like I've got like a big round knob in my head. That's the energy I'm feeling.
What have you got on your brain right now? Oh my god!
If you look on YouTube and watch us filming, I just don't remember this being here last week.
What?
It's
Did
putting
it
me off. I
higher?
keep feeling like I've got a big thing in my head.
You know what? If you have a bad day, you could just be like,
God, yeah. That was like that day when she did the sacred circle and she put, we've got all our crystals today.
Oh yeah, we've got
No,
loads
amethyst,
to show you today.
Rose gold, and she did on the
Rose
altar.
quartz.
Oh yeah, rose gold, yeah. I'm thinking gold. Woo, we've got a lot of gold. We need some money in our life today. It's a bit poor today, isn't it?
But yeah, it will be coming. It will be coming.
Right, so.
Yes, so I went on a course on Saturday.
What was it called?
Reiki.
Oh, you did
course.
Reiki?
Yes,
Yeah.
so I'm now a level 1 qualified Reiki
Dun, dun,
practitioner.
dun.
Woo. Like loads of people are like, oh, that's a bit odd that you're doing that, Isla. I was like, do you know what? I really just want to be a little bit selfish this year and do something for me. Like, I'm always working at the dance school, running the business, and I was just like, do you know what? I just want to do something for like me.
I totally agree with that as well.
And I've always been really, really interested in energy, spiritual energy, and you know I've always been into it, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a witchy poo at heart, but yeah, it's like a bit woo-woo for some people.
No, I think it's great. They actually do say what you are drawn to, that's your intuition and your sixth sense.
Yeah.
So there's all different type of like clairvoyancy.
Yeah.
I was reading this yesterday so I can chime in.
Yeah.
And it's if it comes to you and downloads, this is me. If it comes to me in downloads and I think of it, so if I want to go on a holiday, it's do you imagine yourself there or does it just come to you? So it comes to me and I feel like I need to get there. Like I'm really getting a calling to go back to Bali, do a bit of travelling, that kind of thing. And then we go and do it and then I realise why when we're there.
Yeah.
So it must be the same thing. You're getting called to do this energy Reiki.
Definitely.
100%.
And it was just, I just really wanted to, it just came up. We did our yoga retreat a few weeks back, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then I met this lady who does Reiki and she did like some energy healing on me as well. She said, and then we got like a little envelope and she was like, oh, Reiki level 1 if you want to do this course. And I was like, do you know what? I'm actually going to do it. I took a day off work of the dance schools because we normally run 2 schools on a Saturday. So it's like literally always a bit crazy. For me, I'm always in one place then another.
That's what happened to mine. So I wasn't meant to do it.
Oh my God, what?
It just got soaking wet in my back.
So if you can't see, guys, Paisley's envelope that she got has been soaked with water and it's like smudged everywhere.
And I really wanted to do it with you, but I just
my
took
envelope
my
is
time.
still like intact. But anyway, so honestly, Paisley literally blew me away, and I'm going to talk about it with you guys
Let's
today.
talk about how it went. What did you get up to?
So it's like learning about your energy and how to protect your energy. Like, for example, this is a really big thing for everybody to do, really. Our energies are like sacred. So we're just in a body and our soul is in our body. So our soul is just energy, and it's like, it's literally science, like, and I'm so into this,
which links to the law of attraction, vibrations, what Jasmine was saying with our spiritual side.
It's literally, energy is just a vibration. So even like Jasmine was saying, you have to be your highest energy for things to come in. So it was really working because when I went on the course, we first had to like get ourselves grounded, and I'll talk you through this, guys. So I know some of you might be driving, you might be on the train, but you can do this in your own time. So it's really important every day to ground yourself, to let things flow into your life. If you're not grounded and you feel as a person you're climbing up the river and it's just not happening, you're climbing up the stream and you're like keep climbing, and you're like, why isn't anything happening?
We need to do this today.
Yeah, we're going to do this and ground ourselves. But I've been grounding myself every day since doing the Reiki course because I feel like it's so important. But it's like you have to get into the flow of the universe and life instead of climbing up that stream and nothing happening. You have to ground yourself. And there's loads of different ways you can ground yourself, is either walking in nature, so like going out on walks, and then also just every day when you wake up, it literally takes 5 seconds to do it. Have both of your feet planted on the floor, all your toes spread out. Put your hands like on your chest here or your stomach, and you just have to breathe in and out. Close your eyes and keep your feet grounded on the floor, and just take about 10 breaths. Close your eyes and do it. 10 breaths.
It's gonna be like heavy breathing on there.
The important thing is listening to your breath. You are human, you are alive, you're this energy in this body. But also, as you're breathing, I want you to imagine at the top of your head, there's a white light coming down your body. Yeah, down through your head to your heart, down to your stomach area, down to your legs, your knees, and out of your feet. So you're feeling a really, really strong white light. But you've got to listen to your breath as well.
I can do this now because it's quiet. We're in the studio. This morning, my bed's a little bit too high. I can't touch the ground. And I wake up with Sadie breastfeeding. I'm like... I just can't wait to get out of bed to go to the toilet.
No, do you know what? If you can't do it at night, you can't do it in the
perfect.
morning, do it at night before you go to bed when the kids are asleep. Just, it's so important. Because even if you ground yourself the night before, when you wake up, you'll feel like different. Oh my gosh, as well. There is a part of your sleep, I don't know if any of you guys have had this before, but where you're in your open consciousness. So have you had it where you've had a dream, you're fully asleep, but then you're in like an open consciousness, so you can hear what's going on around you and you're in like an open consciousness?
Yeah.
Have you had that before?
Definitely.
Yeah, and so you can like hear stuff going on around you, and that's a really like strong time for spirits to like come into your dream.
Really? It's normally in the morning for me, like just before I wake up.
Morning, that's your and it only lasts about 5 minutes. That's your prime consciousness. That is when the law of attraction and the universe is most at work. No. So in that semi-consciousness, it's basically like a semi-consciousness. If you ask for what you want, then that's when it will be most listened to. So
when you know it's a dream, but you're not in a dream, you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Because I've had people come to me before, for example, Nan.
Yeah.
And I said,
you're in
I know I'm in a dream, but I know you're trying to talk to me. And it was like, and I'm going to listen to everything you said. And when I woke up, I remembered everything she said, but I should have wrote it down because it left me really quick.
Yeah, and write everything down.
Yeah.
But in that time of that semi-consciousness, you can ask the universe for things. So you might get, like, some people might get a spirit message, but it's a really weird feeling because you know you're in it. You're awake.
I've had it a few times.
You can feel things, but that is when spirits can come to you really strongly. But that is when you can ask the universe for something that you want in your life because you're very, very open. It's basically your third eye opening. So your third eye is like here, guys. So it's on your forehead. And that's your intuition.
It is, isn't it? And that is linked to, you know, we've got our 5 senses. So you've got your sight, your taste. Is it smell?
Yeah.
So we've got smell, vision, taste. Did I say sight?
Sight.
And touch.
And touch, yeah.
They're your 5 senses.
So yeah, it's really important when you're using your third eye to make sure that all of that is in action. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're the ones we know about, so that's your third eye is for your intuition, your wisdom, your gut feeling.
And going on from that,
clairvoyance.
Yeah, clairvoyance, everything. So I think what it is with your energy is being able to tap into your intuition, because
telepathy.
Yeah, everything that goes on around us, telly, laptops, working, life, we're very blocked off with our intuition. Yeah. And what it is opening that intuition up, which is your third eye, and being listening to your like gut and everything else. Because if you put your hand on your head, which is your third eye, and you want to find an answer to something, so Paisley is putting an amethyst on her head, which is on her third eye. Amethyst is one of the crystals that really opens up your third eye. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see what an amethyst looks like. Purple stone. And if you even put that on your third eye and you want answers, you listen to the first answer that comes into your head, because before the next answer will be your ego. So you have two sides of your brain and your intuition and your energy. So your intuition is the first thing that comes to your head, and your guides will give you that. But then the second thing would be your ego saying, no, you can't do that. Or like, it's like that devil on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And one really...
You talk yourself out of it, kind of thing.
You talk yourself out of it.
Right, so that's your ego.
But that's ego is a suppressed emotion from when you're like younger, or you've been through something in your life. So, for example, being at school, your headmaster said, oh, you're rubbish at English. You'll never be good at English. It's just not your forte. That then becomes a suppressed emotion. So later on in life, when you're 40s or whatever, that will come up later on in something that you decide to do, and at the back of your head your ego will jump in and go, you're rubbish at that, so you're not going to do it.
I had that at school.
Yeah.
I got an A, right, in drama, GCSE drama. Loved it, always did acting and dancing at school. And the teacher said to me, she went, and I thought she really liked me as well, and she was a really good drama teacher. She said, I don't want you on my A-level drama course. She said, I think you should think about it again. I don't know if she said I don't want you, but I just remember being really distraught this day, and it actually made me feel depressed. And she said, even though you've got really high marks and you're sort of naturally gifted with it, there's a lot of writing involved in drama, and I think you're going to struggle with it because sometimes you do mess around in class. I wasn't always a geek.
Yeah.
And do you know what I ended up doing? Social bloody biology.
Oh.
And I was writing essays about Neanderthals, and I failed it. I just hated it. I just was doing the essays for the sake of doing it, and I thought her words were so strong that I could have gone forward with that if I had self-belief at that age, and maybe, you know, progressed in something I really wanted, because I wanted to go into media, TV.
Yeah.
I got really good marks in my media studies. And that veered me off. I mean, social biology, because my friends were doing it. I mean, it's not even a thing now. And that has stuck with me, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what? And that will. But, okay, so you then have got to go back into that.
Yeah.
Emotion of how it made you feel.
Yeah, I walked
You've got to
out.
switch
Really
it.
depressed.
Well, you've got to switch it now. And she made you think that, not to do it, because there was something better for you to do. Social biology. No, but it's just you've got
I went to
think
fashion college, didn't I? So
yeah, to be honest, I mean, this she's the clever head out of me and her.
No, you're really talented.
I'm more the arts, and you are inside.
I admire you so much, honestly. Like, don't ever put yourself down, because whatever you've wanted to do in life, you do it. You don't think about it, you don't doubt it. Like, even getting this podcast going, I said, look, we've got to do it. And then you just get it done. And it's like, it just shows you, it doesn't matter if you're intelligent or if you're creative, if you've got dyslexia, if you've got ADHD, like, everybody has talents and traits that are really gifts.
You're the one who keeps me on the straight and narrow.
Well, I suppose that's why we're good.
You're like,
together.
right, this is how she is the business lady. She is so good. So I think it is why we work really well with
not
each
always
other.
got common sense, though, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, I've probably got a bit more common sense than you.
Yeah. Made a lot of money, lost a lot of money.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's life, and that's another thing that I've go on to. With your energy, there has to be light with dark, because when I speak to quite a lot of people if they've been through trauma, the first thing they say to me is like, I don't really believe in all that stuff because they took away this person from me.
What do you mean?
Like, so say you've gone through grieving in your life.
Oh, right, yeah.
And people automatically, they're like, I don't want to believe in it because they took that person away from me.
They don't understand.
But that person is a soul. They've only just been put in a body. That soul is around you when you open up your intuition and third eye and can actually talk to you. Like, I've talked to spirits in meditation and I am really open to it. Like,
shall I tell you a really weird thing that happened yesterday? Actually, I was meant to tell you. We've been so busy chatting this morning.
Yeah,
because we don't have the children.
Do you know, it's this podcast.
I do this every day.
Time to like.
Oh, and on that note, Mr. Andy Williams on Twitter, who said it's a privilege to bring up children because he's a stay-at-home dad. I think you need to listen to our podcast because we're not saying it's hard bringing up children. We're just talking about the juggle for mums that actually work and have children, not being a privilege of being a stay-at-home mum and can afford to do that. It's a very positive podcast.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Andy, I hope you're listening. But yeah, on another note, I was watching through my videos last night. I was trying to clean up my phone just to have a bit of energy clearing as well.
Yeah.
Because it can all get blocked in different ways. And I found a video that came up when I was at Nan's with Grandad.
Yeah. And
it was Sonny learning to walk.
Yeah,
I got goosebumps. And I'd filmed the whole thing. Now, as I was playing it back, the sound was all distorted. And I really wanted to hear his voice because he was encouraging him to walk to
Granddad's
him.
voice.
Granddad's voice on the sofa.
God, yeah.
I was on my own downstairs. Sadie was asleep on me because she'd come out of bed. And it was like an echo. The whole thing was an echo, and I was like, oh, I just want to hear his voice. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel safe. I've still got his jumper that I sometimes smell, which someone nearly washed and my mum nearly chucked out. I was like, just want that smell. It's stupid.
Yeah,
but
our granddad, yeah.
It really, I sort of had I just felt he was around, but I just found it weird that technology was... the sound had gone all funny on it. So as I was playing it back, and then he obviously sat Sonny on his lap, and it was the strangest thing. I find it really strange actually watching back videos of people that have passed because it's like their presence is there but their soul's gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to watch this because it's bringing back... It triggers me to feel upset, but also great love as well that we had for him. Yeah. You know, so...
Oh, that's it's so sad, honestly. I feel when you go through grief, it's unexplainable, isn't it, really? It is just unexplainable how it makes you feel. But just know
we're on a journey here.
We're on a journey. This is not the universe. This is university.
Oh,
I like that. It's good, isn't it? It's university. So we have been put on this earth. So this is what I mean.
Hard.
You party hard, mums on the loose. But you have to have light with dark, and that's what I'm saying. You have to go through the hard times. You have to go through grief because everything that you do in life is a lesson. So something that bad that may have happened to you years and years ago you've learned. Some people can really stick into that moment and think my life is such a,
there's a lot of people that keep talking about the past and get stuck in something and don't move forwards from it.
Yeah, and the main thing is
depression,
anxiety, mental health. Like, it's from going over your past and past and past. But what you need to do with that is go into that memory, breathe into it, and this is when you got connect into your own energy, because all that is a feeling within your energy. Breathe into that feeling, that memory, turn that memory, do a little switch in it to make, even if it's a lie of that memory and it wasn't exactly that, it will turn that memory and that emotion so that trauma will pass. So it's like that. It's when you think of, so say, actually, this actually happened to me when I got bottled on the head. If someone now does this on my head, and I only sometimes does it, and I go like this.
Really? Still?
Yeah, I still go like this, because it's like I don't like duck my head, because it's like it happened in my subconscious. I didn't know it was happening. So basically, I was in a nightclub one night with my friends. This is when I was younger. I was like 19. It was called Armadale's back then. Do you remember that? In Maidstone?
I don't think I ever went to it.
Yeah,
I was a bit older at that time.
Well, I was only like 19, but it was not done on purpose to me or whatever. Some young boys just must have threw a bottle up in the air and hit me on the head. Out of all the people in that club, who did it had to hit on the head? It was me. But it just knocked me out, and after that, had really, really bad pain in my head, had scans on my brain, everything, because what happened was I went to go up the stairs. I was with my ex at the time. I couldn't get up the stairs. My body started fitting. So
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a really, really dark time of my life, really. I really went into depression, like didn't want, and it was at a prime time when all my mates were going out, like clubbing and stuff, and I was like, what happened was when I went into a room with music, and I was a professional dancer at the time, I was like at vocational school, so it was dancing every day. When I went into that room, it would trigger me having a panic attack, and I didn't know why, and I was like, what is going on with my body? I was out of control.
One person's
of my body.
silly actions could have affected your whole career.
Yeah, well, I nearly dropped out because it affected me that much. I had to run into the toilets, sit on the toilet seat. No one understood what I was going through. It was the worst time of my life.
It was back then, mental health. I remember when I really struggled in my 20s.
And no one no one knew what panic attacks were like.
It was taboo. Mum was like, do not tell people you're depressed. It was like really looked down upon.
Yeah, but it is natural to go through depression and things like that.
Yeah, no,
but it's finding ways of getting yourself out of
it. Every single person will have had depression in their life. I'm telling you this now, every person, but it's how to deal with it. And, you know, after every down day, sometimes you wake up with a new day, it's a fresh day. It's like, good morning, it's going to be a great morning because it's going to be a great day. Yeah. And it's how to rationalise your thoughts. There's a lot. We can have a whole episode on depression.
God, I mean, we've all gone through it. Yeah. But it's how you get yourself out of it. Yeah. But actually, the only thing that did help me get out of that was a goal. Like, I had to have a goal. I had to finish my third year. I was only in my second year when it happened. And I had to finish my third year. And I had a goal that I really, really wanted, like this solo at the time. And that was my only goal. And I got there, but I was like, I need to snap out of this. Like, I don't know, I had to take control of my body. I wasn't in control of my body. And that's what panic attacks happen. Mm. You're not in your own energy. And now I can look at it now, like years later, and be like, God, I wish I was like this angel on my shoulder now to tell me that. Life is just a learning game. But yeah, like I just had to. So I really actually hope on this note, like this podcast can give anybody something, because I think it is like we will all go through something in our life.
Yeah, and you're not taught it at school.
You have to be in control.
Yeah.
It's being in control of your body, and I lost control of that, which made me have the panic attacks. So this is when we talk about energies. When you're outside of your own energy, and this is why it's really important, and I'll talk through a technique of protecting your energy as well, because I don't know, like for me, I didn't know how to do that back then. I just had to get over it, pull my pants up and just go. And it was like, there's no one's going to feel sorry for you, Isla, in this situation. You have to get yourself out of this, this hole.
It's like the show
Otherwise,
always goes
who
on.
Who else will? No one else is going to do it but me. And I was at that point, I really nearly gave up because it was just so, like, I was really, really down. And then I also, like, I remember, like, a teacher, like, shouting at me. I had a panic attack, and I remember this one teacher, it was just on a rehearsal on stage. She was like, pull yourself together, and she went absolutely mad at me.
But that is the industry as well.
Yeah. She was awful, and I was really upset by that, because I was like, people don't understand until it happens to them.
Yeah, I know.
And you have to, and I really understand. I've got students that have panic attacks, and they're in their teens, like, and I'll talk it through with them. I'll just be like, breathe, like, get into your body. You're outside of your body at the moment, so just get into your body, breathe through it. It's only a moment that will pass.
Yeah.
Mum actually had really bad panic attacks after she had, I think it was me. She said it was me. Well, because I was like the devil child.
She used to take me on film sets. I know this, and I loved it. I remember my childhood. It was so much fun. Like, we'd take a day off school and we'd get dressed up and we'd go to BBC, and she had so many friends, and I thought, what a great child, and that's what made me want to go into the TV side. But
you never know. You could still go.
You never know. I don't know if I'd want to do that now. I'm just but. Yeah, I remember she said with you, she used to dread taking you onto a film set or a TV set because they'd go, and action, and do the clappers, and you'd be like, and then just go into this big meltdown. And she's like, I'm so embarrassed. I walked off set once and I never went back, and that was your job done.
That was job done. Mum never went into the film industry again. She finished all her television work.
I mean, it is hard. That again, she was obviously juggling she had two. She went on to have We've Got Chris as well. So yeah, and then trying to obviously go on set if they needed, like, to be cast with children. You know, we've been in loads, haven't we?
Well,
even Kat, our cousin.
Yeah, you've been in more, because I think mine stopped very early. My career with Mum.
Come on later on.
Oh gosh, yeah, I went into it later on, but that stopped. But do you know what? Do you know who will be like that? Iona. Do you remember when she was baby? She's oh my gosh, she's very. Do you know what? This is. Children, oh my god! But children all have different personalities.
That's why they.
Sadie's like a mini me, and actually Iona's like a mini you. Me and Mum was talking about it the other day, because Iona's very precious with who she will give a cuddle to.
Yeah, I completely get her.
But Sadie will, like, run up and cuddle me.
I always think you shouldn't force children to give them a cuddle, because I remember feeling fiercely shy when I was little, and I just found it very awkward. So I just said, blow me a kiss. And what is the thing with a lot of families do it with, you have to give them a kiss and a cuddle, like, it's false. Children's brains work differently to us.
Yeah,
obviously you want to acknowledge you've had a great time and you're trying to treat them to be polite and respectful, so blow a kiss, that's the same thing. But I didn't want to be all hugged and cuddled. I found it very awkward.
Iona's like that though.
Yeah.
She'll, like,
I do now. I love
she
will
chew. Yes, so do I love cuddles. And she will cuddle me all night. She's very different to me.
Yeah.
But with other people, I think it's just her energy. She really has to like see a room before she lets herself go.
Yeah,
I think it is just her soul. She's
a
different energy.
I can see her being a ballet dancer, and you know, Sadie's gonna be like some wildfire, like fireball. I would get her into modelling, but she won't let anyone brush her hair, so it's just game over. There's not even any point in thinking about it.
Do you go? Oh my god, I went through that. Like, wanting my child to go into modelling.
Yeah.
And trying to get a picture of them still. I actually saw this video. I saw this video of me trying to take a picture for a passport picture, and Sal was balancing her on his head, like, as a baby, because we could not keep her still. And I sent the video to my husband the other day. I was like, oh my god, look at this. We can't even keep her still for 2 seconds.
It's a full-time job, and it's a bit like, I find pushy mums. Like, obviously with Sonny, everyone kept saying, why don't you get him to modelling? And people kept telling me to do it. And then he was a bit more placid. He was hyper, but I used to take pictures of him on the bed and he used to smile. And then obviously he got a casting agency with Bruce and Brown. He got actually accepted onto 3 or 4, and
it was some good jobs.
Yeah, with Boots and things. But I loved it. I used to go up on a Sunday. It was free parking. Now with was it ULEZ? It's just everything's more stressful. But I just couldn't cope. I don't think we say she'd go into a strop attached. She'd tell them what for, all of them. Tell them what she thought of them all. And I just don't think I could handle that.
And Iona would be assessing the room.
She's going to do it in her own dreams.
This will be Iona. She'll be assessing the room, and by the time the set's over, we'll be gone. Like, she'll be like assessing the room and won't leave my side for the whole time. And then it'll be like, right, you're on now. And she'll be like, no. She'll be not so excited. And then it'll be like, right, over now.
You can't force them. It's got to be their wanting to do it, really.
I know. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed our podcast today, talking about energy. We will carry this on because we've got so much more.
And do you know what? It's just come into my head as well. Somebody asked me, could we talk about Mum's career as a Playboy bunny and all her history?
Oh, yeah.
Our Jets.
Yeah.
And our history in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, definitely. I've got some stories. We've got stories about our mum, like what she did. Yeah. Should we? Yeah, we discuss that on the next podcast.
Put it on the list.
Right, listen, have a lovely weekend, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Please comment below. Give us some feedback. All positive, please. We're not ready for the negative energy.
And it's always from men. Sorry. Andy Williams.
Oh, do you know what? Have a lovely weekend and we'll catch up next week.
Bye.
Howdy, hi. Hey, we are burnt out mummies, getting ready for the Christmas season.
Are you looking for the best Christmas present ever, or something for your partner to buy you that you are just so stuck on? If you have everything in the world, how about you come along to our first ever retreat for burnt out mummas?
This is going to be so cool. It's on the 26th of Jan. It is something that is going to be so special for you mummas. We have arranged such a cool thing, haven't we, Paisley?
The most fantastic lineup that you've not had before, and what makes us feel alive. And it's going to make you start the new year off, 2025, with a bang. What have we got, Isla?
We've got vision boards.
Woohoo!
This is one thing that I do every year, a vision board in January. It sets your intentions and goals for the year and years to come, which is really powerful.
The perfect burnt out mummas mood board. And to top it off, in the background, we're going to be listening to
my favourite thing of all time, a saxophonist.
Woohoo! Ibiza style.
Ibiza style.
Well, January.
I know, in January. So to pick up the moods of when you're feeling really low in Jan after like Christmas celebrations, we've got a saxophonist coming to play Ibiza specials. So that is going to be insane, isn't it?
Yes, the rest is going to be top secret. It's going to be a 2-hour event. It's going to be local to Kent and Surrey. It's going to be held in Tatsfield Village Hall. We're going to put all the details on all of our posts, and we're taking bookings as of today. So we have limited spaces. If you want to come along and experience our first Burnt Out Mummas event to make you feel great for the year ahead, then please go ahead and book with us.
Woo! Join the Burnt Out Mummas community.
See you soon.
Have a nice Christmas.